Here is a page I posted January 25, 2015 that helps with how public policy applied to the Miscavige sect's IRS tax exemption. Quote, "There are, naturally, many years of evidence of the Scientologists' public policy violating activities since their exemption-reaping submissions. Their actions against me in violation of public policy started during the Hubbard regime and have not stopped throughout the Miscavige regime. In significant part, the Scientologists' actions targeting me as an SP or enemy comprise a conspiracy against rights, 18 U.S.C. Section 241, which clearly is against public policy. The Scientologists' public policy violations in targeting me in their submissions to the IRS are stunning. In negotiating with the Scientologists to file this material targeting me by requiring or permitting this material to be filed, and by interference of any kind against me on behalf of the Scientologists ever since, the U.S. has been participating in their criminal conspiracy and vice versa." And there's a link here to the document from which this quote was taken. And this is from a June 8, 2015 letter to Mark Rathbun. "As you well know, I have beseeched you fairly determinedly for several years to step up and tell what you know from your time in the Sea Org about fair gaming me and people close to me, particularly Michael Flynn. Where your actions and information are extremely important is in the matter of what was done that violated public policy to obtain Scientology's IRS tax exemption. This undeserved exemption has allowed the Scientologists to further violate public policy and good people's rights with virtual impunity. Alex Gibney has taken up the call to get the IRS to revoke the Scientologists' undeserved tax exemption, and I am grateful for what he is doing. He did not, however, really address the public policy violations in which you participated to get the tax exemption, and I wrote to him, as you also know, to urge you to address and tell the truth about this issue. I have now posted that letter, and there's a link to that letter. What Rinder and his co-conspirators did to frame Flynn and me proves they were actively violating public policy. What they filed with the IRS to get their undeserved tax exemption was itself in violation of public policy." Rinder says, "Second thing the IRS did not know is how Scientology is accumulating empty buildings. He claims that the accumulation of empty buildings, if they are not used, violates the IRS's rules for the tax-exempt entities, and the IRS is blind to this scam. This is another fake Rinder issue, and even if conceivably an issue, the buildings are not even empty, not even close to empty." Rinder asks, as if he's on to something important, how about the lies that were told the IRS in the course of the proceedings? He then provides an unimportant administrative lie that the Miscavige sect violates its own refund policy that Rinder provided in the submissions to the IRS he oversaw. Rinder could easily provide a sworn statement to the relevant U.S. government departments that identifies, refutes, and corrects the lies, the preparation of all of which he oversaw, including his lies about the Miscavigites refund scam. There is no record that he has ever done so. where Rinder's sworn statement would actually bring the U.S. government to address the unlawful grant of tax exemption to the Miscavige sect's entities and address other crimes and dangerous situations, is in identifying exactly what he did to silence or destroy wogs, drive wogs crazy, harm wogs, obliterate wogs, and what he had others do to wogs to silence or destroy us, etc. He can state under oath how much he had paid to PIs, lawyers, or other collaborators to silence or destroy, etc., decent, truth-telling wogs, like my lawyer, Michael Flynn, and me. That enormous sum would be nice to know, but what is crucial is what Rinder did, what exactly the Scientologists' enormous sums bought, regardless of how enormous those sums are. Rinder and his co-conspirators criminally framed both Flynn and me. Rinder has different excuses for why he has never told the truth about his and his co-conspirators' crimes and antisocial actions against truth-telling wogs, why he has refused to help his wog victims since claiming to be doing so, why he has pretended to be telling the truth, to be regenerate, to be doing what's right. No matter what his excuses are, however, Rinder's clear goal has been to keep the IRS tax exemption working, while keeping everyone thinking he's doing otherwise. And to Mike, it's been time to talk to me for years, and now there's even more to talk about. Rooms, elephants, your life hunting us for your demonic conspiracy, why you strike back against the prompts and the prods to do the right thing, and how good it will be when you give it all up.